Hi everyone, Liz here from the Mix and Bowl Homestead. I just want to show you these apples that I'm going to be processing and turning them into apple juice, and I'm going to be using my steamer over there so that I can turn them into apple juice, and then from there I'm going to can them. Now this is a combination of Fuji apples and Golden Delicious that I picked up from my local farmer, well, with the except of a few over here. They're from the store. Now look at this, you guys. Store-bought apple, farm apple. Store-bought apple, farm apple. Which one do you want? Yep, I figure. Anyway, so let me go ahead and get this ones washed. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go ahead and peel them. If I peel them, I'm going to have to peel them by hand because I do not have an apple peeler or apple slicer, so I'm going to have to do all of this by hand, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that. Okay, first things first, we need to wash all of these apples. And I'm washing them with cold water. I'm just giving them a quick rinse to remove any dirt, and also to be able to remove any apple that might be rotten or that we need to cut pieces like this one. We need to go ahead and cut this one. I got new knives. So I'm gonna go ahead and just cut this piece right here. Okay, I finished washing all of the apples, but I'm gonna dump them back into the sink. I've already washed and cleaned the sink, and that way I can use the bowls to add them back in there. I'm gonna go ahead and just start with one bowl. Before I do that, I'm gonna go ahead and put some water to start boiling in my steamer. Okay, so this is the steamer, and it has 3 pieces. So this is where the fruit or vegetables, whatever you're making, goes in. Then this is where all of the juice gets cached. Okay, so all of the juice that comes out of here through these holes, end up here at this bottom. And this is where we fill it up with water, and we fill it up with water just about an inch below this spout hole. And this is where you align it like this, and usually about 15-20 minutes of this steaming, you will start seeing the juice come down the pipe. And then the other thing that you have to keep an eye on is make sure that your water doesn't dry out the bottom. And if you feel that your water is drying out, all you have to do is lift this carefully and then just add some more water to the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill it up and get it to boil. Remember to make sure that you have the spout opening at the front. You just turn your stove up on high. Okay, so all I'm doing is just literally gonna cut the apple in pieces, and you don't have to remove the core, but I'm going to remove it. And it's okay if you have a seed or 2 in there because it's all gonna get filtered later on. And you can cut them as big or as small as you want. These are some beautiful apples, and they taste good. They're so sweet. So I know I'm not going to even have to add any sugar to this. Okay, so our water is boiling. So we're going to go ahead and put in the middle part, ensuring that the spout is closed. And we're going to go ahead and add our apples and allow this to boil for about 20 minutes. And on its own, the juice is going to start coming out. Okay, so at this point what I'm going to do is I'm going to release this first set of liquid that is trapped in here, or the apple juice, and then I'm going to stop it and I'm going to put it right back into the pot. That's just to sanitize the pot. And I'm going to cover it back up again I know you can't see it because of the angle that I have this, but I'll go ahead and open this now and start releasing the apple juice. These little handles can get quite hot, so it's good if you have a mitten or something that you can hold on to it. Eventually this will get hot. This is actually a good time to check your water level, but I'm going to drain as much as I can first. Show you what the top looks like while that is dripping. I don't know if you can see it, but almost all of the apples, it's almost cooked down, so I'm going to go ahead and add more apples to it. And allow it to continue to drip. Just look at the color of that apple juice, you guys. It's so beautiful. It's almost like a peachy kind of color. I know it's going to get a little bit darker once we process it, because we still have to bottle this up, and then we still have to water bath it for about 10 minutes. Whoa, 10 minutes from altitude. Okay, so this is where we are in the juice canning process. I'm going to go ahead and empty this into my stock pot over there, my blue stock pot, and bring it to boil, so that way I can start processing this. I still have some apples left, and let me just show you the canner. I'm going to just lift it up a little bit so that you can see that it's packed with more apples. So I have just been filling it up as I go. And then this is the last right here. Let me see if I can bring it back. There you go. This is the remaining of the apple, so I'm going to go ahead and start processing those. I am exhausted. Okay, as you can see, our apple juice is boiling now. It is at 180 degrees, so we're going to go ahead and start putting it in the jars, and then we are going to water bath can them. So I have my jars in the hot water ready, so I'm going to take one at a time, seal it, and then put it right back into the canner. Make sure that everything that you are using is sterilized. And I do have a little bit of vinegar that I'm going to use because apple juice can be quite sticky. I don't think I'm going to get any on the rings, on the rim, because I am using my funnel, but still. I just want to make sure, and we're just going to leave 1/8 of an inch headspace. I just have this other jar here so that I can place my funnel. I have my vinegar. Remove the excess. Wipe the rings. Put my band and add it to my canner. Get a hot jar. Use your funnel. See, when I said this is sticky, I need to wash this now. And again, we're leaving an 1/8 of an inch. Here's my lid, and my ring, my band, and into the counter right away. So now I have my 7 quart jars here, and I'm going to be processing them for 5 minutes. That is because I am under 1,000 feet of altitude. For pints and quarts, it's 5 minutes. If it was half a gallon, then it would have been 10 minutes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and bring this to boil, and then once it starts boiling, at that time I'll start my timer for 5 minutes. Okay, we are now at a rolling boil, and we're going to go ahead and start our timer, but I quickly want to show you that I went ahead and started the canner again, and we are making another batch. Let's see how much we can get out of here. Okay, our 5 minutes of processing time has finished, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off the canner, but I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to go ahead and leave it there until it stops rattling and it comes, kind of sort of quiets down a bit, and it's safe for me to be able to take the jars out. If I take them out now, they could start siphoning all the apple juice out of the bottles, or they can even crack because I've taken them out too quickly, and I do have the window open and it's very, very cold. Okay, so our canner is quiet, so we're gonna go ahead and take our jars out. Look how beautiful that is. It's kind of like a peachy color. Cover them up because the house again is cold. The windows are open. I did close one of the windows closer here to the kitchen, but I don't want to run any risk of my jars cracking. So I'll bring you guys back once I'm gonna start jarring. I'm so tired, you guys. My tongue is twisted. But I'll bring you guys back once I start loading up all the other jars with the apple juice. And there you go. We ended up with 13. Well, now it's only 12. Somebody drank one while I was asleep, I guess. But it's okay. That's what it's made for. So, but it actually, it's supposed to be apple juice. But for some reason, this time around, it came out as an apple nectar. And I'm not sure if it's because of the combination of apples that I use or what is the reason, but it came out actually thicker. But so my husband already asked me if I can go back to the farm and get some more apples. I hope you give it a try, and that is it. So moving on, I have to go make some pineapple jam. We're completely out of pineapple jam, so that is my next project. Until next time, may the Lord bless you, may the Lord keep you is my prayer.